do this. It's recording for now. For now, we're gonna just record. But I wanted to ask you a couple questions. You said you didn't drink coffee. So, do you drink tea?
No.
No. Okay. How about like, would you make any, boil any hot water for, say, noodles or something like that? For instant noodles? No? Okay. Do you know how to use a traditional coffee maker? Like one with a pot?
Old coffee, well, a coffee pot with a percolator.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the last one I used.
Okay, great. So you're kind of familiar with coffee.
I'm familiar
In
with
general.
coffee. I just,
Okay.
it's probably been 10 years since I touched a coffee maker.
Oh, okay. Would you ever have a reason to make a cup of coffee for somebody
I might.
or a cup of tea? And you said that you've never used a Keurig maker before.
A what?
A Keurig? One of those instant coffee pod makers? No, okay. And,
What's this?
oh, these are just my preliminary questions. to
No, I
kind of-
mean, you said what it was called.
A Keurig,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's the brand
Like
name.
Jack
Mm-hmm,
No.
it's a brand name, most.
I've seen them, but no, because I don't
Okay.
make coffee, I have not operated.
Great. And you said that your boyfriend would use it though. Okay. Would you ever find yourself possibly needing to use a Keurig?
I can't see any reason it could come up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might ask me to do that.
Okay.
He might get another one. He doesn't have one of those at the
Uh-huh.
moment, but he might, and maybe I might have to use it
Okay.
for guests or something.
Okay. And so he would probably influence your decision in buying one because he's the coffee drinker.
Yeah, he would buy the maker and he would be the operator,
Mhm.
because and if we have guests, he makes the coffee. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
make coffee. I used to a long time ago,
Okay.
but not anymore.
I know that you don't know much about Keurigs, but there are some things that we expect a coffee maker to do. What would you expect a Keurig to do?
Flavor the hot water.
Mm-hmm. And then would you have any desire to have a coffee maker that has programmable functions on it? Would you see a possibility for adding on functions?
Since I don't use it, it doesn't matter one way or the other. I would imagine others that do might like to have that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So if you say you received a coffee maker, a Keurig coffee maker, and you didn't have any instructions, where would you find instructions on how to use it?
I guess go online.
Online. Great. Okay. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna introduce you to my prototype. So it's basically my Keurig maker, and this is it. So throughout this this evaluation, I would like you to talk out loud. So if you have anything that interests you, or if there's a step that I ask you to do and you don't understand, can you talk about it and let me know what you're thinking so that I can evaluate that, okay? Okay, so here's the coffee maker. And you have all your buttons and the menu. We'll just put this back for now so you can see better. So this is basically the layout of it. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Okay, so for the first part, I would like you to turn on the coffee maker.
It says auto on off, but I don't see any just on button.
Okay.
So I guess I would start with this button. Auto on off time.
So
There's no on button. There's no on switch.
you don't see it
Right.
anywhere on the interface.
Since I don't, is this an on off button? I'm just not familiar with looking at them.
It
Okay.
is.
Okay, I'm
It is.
pushing the on off.
Okay.
I'm just not familiar with looking at them.
So I'm gonna lay it down now, so it's easier to put what you want it to do. So now it's on. So, okay. Now I need you to program the maker's clock time.
Okay, set clock time.
Okay, great. So I'm this. I'm gonna use this as a pop for now, since we don't need to use it for this. Perfect. Let's make this neat.
I can hold it and you
No,
can,
it's okay.
you can write.
Oh, I don't need to write, I'm just recording it so that I can translate the transcript later. Let's just put it like this, it's easier. Okay, great. Okay, so you're gonna set the clock time. So now this interface comes up. So set the clock time, it's now 11 o'clock.
So, what I don't know is if I set the button after or before. So if I took 11 o'clock a.m. set.
Great. So now it is 11 o'clock. So we'll pretend that that's that right now. Okay. Okay. So adjust, let's see, program the automatic on and off time for the device. So here you go. Oh, hold on a second, that was wrong. Here you go. We'll just move this up for now. Okay,
And this is the start time.
yes. So we want it to come on at 5 a.m. and then to shut off at 8 a.m.
So,
Okay.
then another screen will come up, but
Mhm.
turn on.
Then this screen will go away. Save.
So I have to push that again and then do the off. I'm waiting for my keyboard to come up.
Good.
Oh,
And then we're gonna turn it off at 8 a.m. Great. Okay. So then, we want to set up the auto off function. So we want to set it so that the timer goes off after 2 hours in the event a user manually turns on and uses the coffee maker.
so anytime somebody turns it on, it'll automatically turn off after 2 hours.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to change this. Let me change this.
These big things that you do all at the same time?
No,
One right after the other? All these resets and sets?
it'll turn off after 2 hours if you leave it on by accident. So let's say you manually turn on the machine and you decide to use it to make a cup of coffee at, say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but you forget to turn it off. So you want to set it up so that it automatically shuts off after 2 hours of being it on.
So I guess the same button, the auto on off time.
What makes you think that that would,
Because I don't know what else to set it at.
so,
The
okay.
it's not automatically programmed to turn off after a couple hours.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so there's a function called set timer. So the timer would kind of act like your TV.
Okay, so we set the timer.
Okay. So then, let's see what's my timer. Okay, set timer, and then here you go.
I'll hit the plus button to 2 hours.
Okay. And 2 hours comes on. And then, okay.
So then it must go back to set.
Okay. So,
Place cup on.
okay. So here's your K-cup, and I'd like to brew a cup of coffee. Oh, let's stand this back up. So this is now like this.
Insert cup. Yes, no, I
Mhm.
have no clue.
That's fine.
Okay, insert
Mhm.
cup.
Okay. And make your cup of coffee.
I guess I'm still at the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last thing I pushed was set hot water,
Mm-hmm. So you made your cup of hot water already. So now you want
but
to
that
make
was for the soup.
right. So now you want to make a cup of coffee.
I guess it's got the same settings, 12
Mhm.
ounces, 180.
Right.
I guess brew again, but I don't know.
Great. Perfect. And that's it.
So it'll automatically go back to coffee
Mm-hmm.
versus stay on hot.
Right. Because you didn't press a button for it.
Okay.
And that's it. So, do you, okay, so how would you turn off the machine?
I guess back to this button down here.
Okay. We turned it off. It's done. So, what do you think of this prototype? We went through some issues.
Well, I think people who use coffee makers of today's nature or models would probably have not asked such silly questions. I just
Mhm.
don't look at them.
Oh, they're not silly questions at all. So, because,
But there's no instructions on,
Mhm.
I would definitely try to look up instructions for what this actually means and what does that automatically mean.
the set timer and auto
Instinctively,
on
if
and
I
off.
saw that button, not just a picture of a button, I probably would have known where the on-off
It was
switch
on off.
was.
Yeah. Great. So that was my evaluation. Basically, we're testing to see where users have issues with. Like, they should be able to see a device and have some intuition on how to use it based on using other devices out in the market.
Right, they would have
Mhm.
that.
Right.
But as a new user, I would definitely read
Mm-hmm.
those particular settings.
Definitely. Okay. So, and that's it. Do you have any recommendations that you would like to implement if you were making this?
No, I mean,
Okay.
we didn't do the rinse cycle, but I'm not sure the difference between this and this button.
Which one? The time.
Like, here's the set clock, so is this gonna be
Oh,
the
this is
clock?
just the.
Is that the clock?
This was the clock.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why you can, okay,
Yeah.
that's why you have it
So
up
I
there.
gotta make.
Okay, so it'll show in the screen that it's auto on,
Mm-hmm.
the time, and that it's set for 2 hours. That'll show on the screen? Up there?
Mhm.
Okay,
That's
so
what I was trying to
okay.
mimic was when I was writing it
Okay,
out.
I did not understand
Mhm.
that that was the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's it. Great. I really appreciate your time and helping me with this. 'Cause so now I get to go back and make improvements to my prototype and try this again on somebody else who doesn't.
Okay, so with the premise that nobody's gonna read the instruction manual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That it should be
But
easy enough for people to
I
understand.
would
And,
think that this is probably would be instinctive to anybody
Mhm.
who's used a modern coffee maker.
mm-hmm.
Because I know they have buttons on them
Right.
that don't.
Well, the thing is, like, we're trying to test it on people that have never used one, so it makes it more of a better test.
I've never
Mhm.
said anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never even set any temperature changes or anything on my microwave oven.
Oh,
I've set
okay.
the clock,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never set it for timer
Mm-hmm.
to do any time. I mean, other than set for 5 minutes,
Mhm.
push the button,
Mhm.
but nothing that's an auto on-off time or, an
Mhm.
automatic set time. I've got an egg cooker that automatically turns off when the water's gone,
Mhm.
so I don't have to set that.
So you don't have to do
Yeah,
it. Mm-hmm.
don't have to figure out what time. You put in the amount of water it says for a hard-boiled egg, and when it's done with the water, it turns off automatically, and the eggs are hard-boiled.
Sweet.
You don't have to go through all that.
Yeah.
So I've not had to use any of those
Okay.
on anything. So I'm really like
Okay.
backwards on that part.
Mhm.
But I do think it would be just instinctive to anybody who uses it.
Thank you. And that's it.
Okay.